Here we are out of the gate. It's Zwift Racing League, round two, race three. I believe I was called back into race with Elevate. They must have been incredibly desperate for a racer, so they reached out to bring me back into the fold. It was fun. I've raced with these guys in the past, so it wasn't a new challenge to get to know new racers, new riders. So it sort of slid right back into the team. So now we've coming into the London Loop reverse. It's quickly up Fox Hill, not too far out of the gate, which is not my forte. Um, and not knowing that I'd be racing today, I went ahead and did the FTP test on the grade the night before on Monday night. So the legs were not in the best shape. Getting the excuses out of the way, had burritos for dinner. Another thing that's going to slow me down going up the hills. So we get started right away. Like I said, we're only a few kilometers in, and then it's kind of a tricky climb because you climb for about a kilometer before you actually hit the official segment. So I'm just trying to do my own pace here. I know for this climb, I'm aiming for an average of around 270 to 280. We'll see how that goes. Here I'm going a little bit higher just because this is again, the steepest part is right at the beginning. Not trying to burn myself out and burn all my matches right off the start, trying to hang with that front group. I know that's not the group for me in this race. I'm going to mid pack it, just like sort of my classic races. I'll hang out right in the middle. And right now I'm starting to settle in right now, 47th out of 48, 46. There we go. Right where I need to be. But as you can see, some other guys have gone out a little bit too fast, too hard, trying to stick with that front group, and then they just they burn themselves out, which is what I did not want to do. My heart rate, you can see here, is already pretty high. It's manageable for me. Caught up to my teammate there, Jim. He had cramped up early on. I heard him call out over Discord, sort of cramp, 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 and then catching up to Dan here as well. I looked at my times previously on this climb. Now, I'm not realistically going to be looking at 2021, 2022 numbers, but in recent years, 720 was about sort of the best I was going to do. And then as we get to the top here, I think we'll see that's almost exactly what I'd done here. Now, this group here, right before the top when they were 3 seconds, I should have empty the tank to try to stick with them. I didn't, so now 4 seconds quickly goes up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I am stuck in no man's land between two groups. So I just going to speed it up here on the downhill. I get stuck in with another group here. Jim and Dan both catch on. Now at some point here, and I'm not exactly sure where, Dan's bikes actually came right into the trainer and he fell off. So a Zwift crash is new, but he managed to get back on and no big injuries. Now I guess he's still here now, so it wasn't on the downhill. It wasn't going too fast around one of the corners. So here, now we make this left in this awful escalator here where we don't get the Mario Kart thing that the New York course offers. And splits up a little bit. A couple guys kind of get up there, but I think we bring it all back here over the bridge. Almost rolling into the end of lap one. There is some movement off the front. One of the guys from, I think it's CSUN, they wanted to push the pace. One of the dirt guys also pushing the pace here, which I'm happy to sit in and let them do. I don't think we're going to catch that front group. It's quite a ways up the road now, but if they want to push the pace and we can sit in, that's great. There's not much. So we have this little climb here, which sometimes can break groups. It's a tricky one. It's very short, but it will break up groups close to the finish. So something for us to keep an eye on going through to the second lap and the finish of the race. So here again, nothing consequential happening here. Some guys pushing the pace, but we are all going to stick together at least to the bottom of the climb is how I see things. I don't think anyone's going to really pull off on this flat section here and try to burn matches, knowing that they've got another 7 or 8 minute climb just around the corner. So here we are back. We're going to go back over a bridge coming up here, I think is how the course works, and then quickly down through the underground to get back in. Oh, sorry, this one's the tunnel. I've totally forgotten the course here. So yeah, like I was saying, I wasn't planning on doing Swift Racing League this season. I was keen on doing all the ladder races, taking it easy. Had been sick over the summer, but when a couple of guys reached out, knowing the group, knowing who the guys are to race with, it's a fun group. I think I can say that about almost all the groups in Coalition. They've all been fun groups to race with, so I was happy to throw my hat in the ring, and sort of they knew where I'd be at, and yeah, so it was fun. In terms of the other guys in the race, one of our guys, Hanek, he was up front. He's quite the climber, so he stuck with the front group over both climbs, made some attacks. So he's right up there. Jim and I are here in this group. Behind us, we've got Dan, Chris, and Damir, who are sort of in some of the groups in behind. So here, just again, trying to settle into my pace, not trying to kill myself going up this climb. I will do what I can do, get stuck in with some riders that are sort of going at my pace. I don't want to be stuck on my own, but I'm not expecting that I'll be totally up front and be able to stick with some stronger guys up the climb. Again, not climbing is not my strength. I do what I can do, but again, here we are still sticking in that classic mid-pack, 45th out of 88. Oh, 44th, there we go. Perfect. Just a sign of perfection there in terms of mid-pack racing. So I'm trying to stick with these two guys here, given that sort of there's people behind me are at 6 and 9 seconds. I don't want to get too far behind. I start catching up to Jim, call out that I'm about to catch on. At least I think I'm about to catch on. Here we go. Ian from one of the dirt teams came to give me a hand to get me back within that group. So this is great. Some more riders to ride with, some more wheels to sit in on, help me get over the climb, give me some motivation to stick with that group. So we've got 4 here. Ian's starting to go off the front. Steve and Jim, I think, do end up dropping us. We may catch a couple here before we get to the top. It's always tricky. Always sort of looking at this. I remember before we had the elevation maps on the top, I would always think, "Oh, we're almost done. We're almost done," and I would kind of trick myself into thinking that the climb was done. Now I know that I can't play those mind tricks on myself, and I don't push too early and burn myself out before the finish of the climb. But here we go, going over the top. So I'm in with this group of 4, and we will sort of roll down together. Jim's off the front with Steve of the Roughnecks. So he's there in a group of 2 guys, and here I'm sitting in with 4. I'm not sure if we're going to catch them going down or not. I'm okay not to. T-Stock has gone off the front from us, and now it's just back to the 3, myself, Brown, and Ian. So this group will stick together for a while. Again, sped up for the descent. It's yeah, just the 3 of us. And the cat and mouse starts pretty early. You can see here no one wants to go up the front. We're still almost 6 kilometers to go, and we're still doing the cat and mouse. Luckily, no one pushes here on the little escalator there, which I wasn't ready for a big push. I'm glad that the other 2 were in the same boat as me. So Dan's off the back a little. I'm sorry, I don't know if it's Dan or not. Sorry, it's just Brown, but actually my teammate Dan is starting to catch up. He's a strong climber, so he's just 16 behind us because of all the cat and mouse. He's really able to put in a lot of that time, bring the gap back. You see down to 12, and actually someone behind on the NZ Pro team also starting to pull that time back with all the cat and mouse. But again, I don't want to push too hard. My only shot here at any points, and again, we're racing for very mid-pack positions, but you always like to win out of the group that you're in. It's sort of the race within the race, which is always fun in Zwift. As long as there's someone else you're riding against, you want to beat that person. You want to be first across the line. So Dan keeps going off the front a little. I let the wheel go and make the others catch. So we do this a little bit. The other guys are willing to sort of do that catch. Um, Dan will swing through again a few more times. We'll play a similar thing. Here I'm trying to get on his wheel. It's a little bit harder without steering. Throughout the race, I'd forgotten that they disabled steering. I shouldn't say forgotten, they give you the notice at the beginning, but just out of habit, I kept pressing the controllers to try and steer in and out of position and give myself position. I was trying to get Dan's wheel so it's easy for him to gap off the front. Here, Ian makes a little bit of a move, but it's not going to stick. Dan starts to slide off the front a little bit again here, but Brown is happy to hold that wheel. Here I slide in front a little bit and Dan's gone. Dan makes another move and no one's going to catch. It's a kilometer to go. And so here we see there's someone from NZ Bro who's catching right up to us. He's going to come through here at about 500 meters to go. And here we'll see in a second. There he goes with his sprint. I start, I keep pushing again, mid-pack finish. Want it to be right there in the middle, and there we go. So 44th, we had for the team, Han, Jim, Dan, Chris, and Demir. Those are our finishing spots there. Fun race all around. Good time. I hope you enjoyed watching. Catch you soon with another race.